Hey everyone! First of all, I wanted to say thank you very much for keeping my family in your thoughts and prayers. We had a really close scare for a health emergency that turned out to be something a lot less scary. So I'm very thankful to have such a great family like you to support me at school, and I really do appreciate all the awesome messages that you guys sent. Here is our update for April 26th. These are the things that we did in class today. So the first thing, let's hop over to English. April 26th. Scroll all the way to the middle part of the page, I guess. There it is. April 26th. So at first, we were going to turn in our pre-writing sheet because we were supposed to be done with both the habitat and animal. Unfortunately, because of time constraints, we were only able to get started on our habitat page. So the only thing that we did was we wrote the habitat, the main idea, and the hook. And this is not about animals at all right now. This is only about how to protect the habitat. So a lot of the children were getting kind of confused because they wanted to save the animals more so than they wanted to save the habitat. But what we're trying to get them to understand is it goes hand in hand. We got to save the habitat and the animals as well. So one of the things we talked about was, we can help keep the ocean safe by limiting how much oil is transported by sea. We can help keep the desert safe by limiting how much building can happen in a desert. We can help keep the woodlands safe by monitoring how many trees are cut per year. So those are some of the things that we talked about during group this morning. Then they had to come up with their hook. The hook is the very first sentence that they are going to write. And this is going to be a question or a very interesting fact. So for the ocean, did you know there's 269,000 tons of garbage dumped into the ocean every day or every year? It goes year. For the woodlands, do you know that when we use paper and cardboard, those things come from the woodland areas? For the desert, you could talk about, did you know that the desert is growing every year by, I think it was like 4 inches a year, 4 centimeters a year, something like that. So these are those interesting facts on their papers that they're turning into hooks. Okay. So that's just something that they can get from their research. They are not going to do detail 1, detail 2, and detail 3 right now. Tomorrow on Tuesday, we are going to try to work on detail 1, 2, and 3. And if we have time, get started with our animal sheet as well. They'll be needing these animal sheets when they do their project in art class as well. Okay, so that's very important for you to know. They only have to get the topic, main idea, and hook. I'm not asking you to turn it in. Just please have it ready for tomorrow and keep it safe. Keep it in your reading notebook so that you can flip to it and find it. If you need to, put a little sticker or bookmark or post-it note or something so you can flip to it very quickly and easily. The other thing is to make sure that you're practicing your spelling words. If you can't find your spelling words in your pink book, then you can go to Monday of last week's folder and find them there. Also, log into Get Epic and read a book. You can read a book about your habitat, about your animal, about the butterflies that we released today, whatever, and then log your time on Beanstack. Friday is the last day for Beanstack minutes to be put in for April's challenge. You're going to work on Lexia for 15 minutes at least. So tomorrow, everyone should have at least 15 minutes of Lexia, if not more. All right. Then we're going to hop over to math class. Here is our math class. So in math today, we went back, we reviewed some counting coins, we reviewed some addition facts, and then we did a math task called Fun Outside. Fun Outside is found in your green folder. You're gonna use the read, draw, write method to solve each of the problems. We've already done the front. Your kiddo just has to do the back. You need to draw a model. So that's a number line, that's a diagram, that's a number bond. It's the arrow method. Those are our models. And then write a number sentence. That's your algorithm. 4 plus 4 is 8. Then they're going to write a word sentence that answers the question. How many were tennis balls? There were blank tennis balls. How many children were left in line? Blank children were left in line. How many fish did Dad have then? Dad had this many fish. How many frogs did I see? There were this many frogs. Or I saw this many frogs. Okay, so we're trying to get them to use the verbs and the nouns from the question so that they can answer it. And when somebody's writing their paper, they're like, yep, there's the answer right there in plain black and white. Take a really good photo and upload it. Make sure that I can see it. If you need to put 2 pictures, you can do like one like this and then one like this. That works as well. All right. And then instead of going to social studies today, we went to science to finish up Friday's lesson. So Friday's lesson, they were just supposed to do the Generation Genius that I threw up here. So rewatch the video. Make sure you got animal and plant life cycles down to a T. And we made our vegetable or fruit plants. So now these I got at Target. These little fruit and vegetable pops. You're supposed to water them, and basically the pod, I don't know if you can see, the pod here it'll start to dissolve, to degrade into the soil. And then inside of it, it has more like soil. You can kind of see how it popped out. It's going to end up growing. Now, the little container that I got is not big enough for your plant to grow and expand. So you will have to probably transplant it if you want it to actually grow and succeed in life. Like even this one, I'm going to have to put more dirt. Once you feel like it's dry, like right here, I can see that this is pretty dry. I'm going to have to get some more water to soak it up and make it expand more. So that's something that I'm going to be doing this afternoon here in a little bit. Make sure that when it's dry, you just add some water to it. Not a whole lot of water. The terracotta pots, they have the hole in the middle that'll drain the water. So just be careful of that, especially if you have it like on a table or something. If you have it outside, there's no problem. But if you have a glass container or if you have a plastic container like this, it doesn't have any drainage holes. So the water can kind of pull up and it'll become a little bit moldy. Just be careful with that. You might want to pour the water off or something just so that it has room. But each person got a little sticker, and I don't see my sticker anymore, but it told you like what your plant was. So the plants that I had were this one was watermelon, there was carrots, there were string beans, and I want to say there was one more, but those are the ones I can remember. So they do need a little bit of space to grow and get bigger. Okay. Remember that our virtual book fair is happening as well. 25% of our sales will come back to the school. And of course, your kid gets awesome books. If you need any recommendations of books, they have some really cool ones on the Scholastic Fair page. You can find the link in our Remind chat, or you can find it on our social media page, just on Facebook, Instagram. Go and look up at Inglewood IES, and you guys, or Inglewood ES, and you can find us and find the link there. If you still can't find it, give me a shout and I will send it to you as well. All right. I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.